walking on the earth are Muslims, because we are 1.8 from 7.2 billion. Okay, so we're a quarter, so we're not a small number. And every single one of the people, every single one of us, actually have only one goal, one purpose, and it's to get to paradise. Yeah, that's really the success of the eternal hereafter. The example I've given a number of times, and this is, think about this for the youngsters, okay? Imagine a piece of rope. A rope that goes on for millions and millions of miles. And it keeps going, it doesn't end. And right at the beginning, I've got a knot. I've tied a small knot, and I'm just focusing on this knot. And the rope is going on for millions and millions and hundreds and millions of miles, and it goes on, it doesn't end. So I'm focusing on this knot. And that knot is important in the sense that it represents the dunya. But some people are so fixated, so obsessed with enjoying that 60, 70, 80 years, 100 years maybe, the people who can live up to that much if Allah allows them. 100 years of enjoyment, women, cars, status, family, clothing. But then they pay the price of the rest of the road, which is eternity. You've lost out. So what happens, what you do in this 50 years, 40 years, actually is important, because what you do will determine your outcome of how you spend the rest of eternity. So really what you do is going to have an impact. So don't throw it away, just focus in. The foolish person will be the one to just focus, this is it, this is amazing, this knot, and forgets about the whole hundreds and millions and trillions of miles of the rope, So that's what I want every youngster to think about. What's your purpose in life? And if you're still thinking, is there Allah, does He exist or not? Because this is a big dilemma now with the Muslim kids, and that they're not convinced actually that Allah exists. Oh, we grew up Hindu, Sikhs, Hindus, Jews, everyone's got a religion. Islam is just another one. A bit of culture, we do a bit of this, bit of that. How do we really know it's real? This is what you need to do. You need to do that self-discovery, that convince yourself otherwise. Does Allah exist or not? Think about, if you have nothing, you're talking about the existence of the universe. Think about nothing, add more nothing, sprinkle some more nothing, wrap it in more nothing, pack it up with more nothing, seal it with more nothing. What are you going to get? Nothing. So don't think as a rational intellectual that from nothing you're going to get something, the planet, even if it's billion of years of evolution, that you're going to get this perfect coordination of the planets, the sun, the moon, the rotation, the day, the night, the human. Just imagine when you have a scar on your hand. What happens? It's pretty unique. You don't do anything. You might put a plaster on it if it's huge. But what happens? Eventually it just starts self-healing itself. The cells form, they get together, they heal. Within a couple of days a new scab comes on. The old skin dies and you have fresh new skin, subhanAllah. That's engineered. It doesn't happen by itself. Not by chance. Even if it's 1 trillion years of chance. So think about it. If you're not convinced, does Allah exist or not? Think about it. Think about this. Did we just come out of nothing? Nothing to nothing. Or did we create ourselves? Can something exist and not exist at the same time? No. Impossible. Impossible for something to exist and not exist at the same time.